So here it is. Bill, I'd like to invite you to a free educational workshop and share what we are doing for our clients. This is not a business solicitation call, but simply a call to introduce you to an exciting new program we offer for helping middle American families to live debt-free and truly wealthy. Now, Bill, would you agree that sometime in the future, you might have a need for a second opinion or for some financial planning advice? When that time comes, I'd like you to think of me and remember what I've shared with you, and then you can give me a call at that time. Fair enough? Now, by the way, Bill, for this workshop, if you'd like, you can bring a friend. Very simple, very direct, and it gets people to think about the situation and feel there's no pressure, and they want to attend that. Because now if you've taken the pressure off them by saying, I don't want your business right now. I want it in the future. And I want to share with you some ideas now that will help you see that I'm here to help you long term. And it's fair enough. So, what are the other parts to follow up that are critical? One is calling a day or two before the workshop and remind them what it is, where it is, what time, what they need to bring, if anything. It's up to you. Keeps it very simple. You can have your secretary make those calls, or your clerk, or whoever you have doing them. A lot of agents have their wives doing them, which is great. When a female voice on the phone, it's more soothing, it's calming, it's not non-threatening. Okay? So, once you have people there, now what? What do you talk about? What do you do? Well, you have to have a well-thought-out, rehearsed presentation. Whether it be one of our presentations from one of our many fine systems, or whether it be from one of our competitors. The idea is to have something you know about, can talk about intelligently, and are fully practiced and rehearsed on it. That way, when you go through the presentation, you ask the questions, get the prospect emotionally involved. And that's the key here. You have to get them emotionally involved in how you can help them. And they have to know that you can help them. By asking the questions, get them thinking about the situation, the probing questions, how they feel questions, during the PowerPoint, makes a huge impact on the amount of appointments you get. So you go through your presentation, the most critical step. Now, how do you get the appointments? Now, depending on where you hold your workshop, there are a variety of different ways you can do it, and ways you're limited to. With some of the libraries we work with, we can't make an appointment on site. We have people sign in, get information, and we follow up the phone call after the fact. We can do evaluation sheets and ask them if they'd like someone to call them, but we can't set an appointment or conduct business on the property. In some libraries you can, some libraries you can't. With restaurants, senior centers, most of them you can do it right on site. Set the appointments and be done with it. Real simple. But the trick is, how do you get the appointments? What do you say? What do you ask? Well, there are lots of ways it's done. I'm going to share with you the way I do it and the way I've had the most success doing it. And as you go from table to table, from chair to chair, from group to group, you ask them if they have any questions. Mr. and Mrs. Smith, do you have any questions about what we're talking about tonight? And they may answer, well, I have no questions. Okay. And some they may have a question. So if they have a question, well, how do you get the 8% return on your money? Well, Mr. and Mrs. Smith, there are lots of ways to get 8% return on your money. But I don't know exactly all about your situation to answer that question for you. So maybe we should get together and talk about it in the future and see if I can find a program to help you achieve that goal. Fair enough? And it's the appointment. If they don't have any questions, you may dig a little deeper with a question. Have you guys, do you have a planner now? Or do you have a financial plan in place for your future? Have you thought about planning for your future? And again, to think about it a little more, and just keep not really dig and try to bite their head off, but ask a few more probing questions, get them to think about it. And if they don't, put them aside and move on. We don't have enough time to talk to everybody for 20 minutes at the workshop. They got to be quick 3 or 4 minute conversations. Move to the next group. When you go to the next group, If they don't want to make an appointment, fine. Put them on your mailing list, get them sent a newsletter every month, buy them to future workshops, and keep dripping on them. They will come around. 2 quick insider secrets. 1, at the end of your workshop, or at the beginning of your workshop, make sure you have a sign-in sheet for everybody. We can get their name, phone number, email address. You have to have that stuff. Phone number so you can follow up with phone calls, emails so you can start putting on your mailing list, so they get current news from you at least once a month. It doesn't have to be a newsletter. It has to be something, an article you email them out, a newsletter, whatever you choose to get out to them, to keep your name in front of them and to keep it relevant in their mind that you're the one they need to call if they have a financial issue, need insurance, need an investment, you're the one to call. Number 2 is don't push product. At the workshop, do not push product. This is not a product pitch seminar. It's about concept and how that you can help them better their financial lives. It's not about the product you sell. It's not about the best investment return. It's about concept, concept, concept. Get people to think about their situation and how you, the agent, can help them better the situation. So, what are the normal results from a workshop? Okay, well, it depends on experience levels, and the agents have been through training and who have not been through training, but on the average, if you have 10 couples there at a workshop, you'll get 5 appointments right off the bat. 50% appointment ratio, not too bad. Okay, now over the next 2 to 3 weeks, with your follow-up calls, you'll get 1 or 2 more. And then the next 30 days to 60 days, you'll get the rest. In most cases, up to 90%, 100% in some cases, depending on how you follow up, if you have the right clients there. That's a whole other story by itself. So, what kind of yield does that give you? What kind of commission does that give you? You're probably thinking, and it's a valid question. If I spend $300 to $1,000 in a seminar or workshop, what am I going to get back? I might get 1 or 2 grand back. Depends on what you sell. So if you're doing middle American help, helping small families with their retirement planning, getting out of debt, college planning, general life insurance, you're going to get between $2,000 and $10,000 per buying unit. So if you have 5 appointments at $2 grand a piece, that's 10 grand. Not too bad. 5 units at $10,000, 50 grand. Not too bad. So in the first 90 days after your workshop, all said and done, you could make anywhere from $10,000 to $100,000 in the first 90 days. That's underwriting time. That's follow-up appointments. That's the whole ball of wax. Not too bad. So to spend $1,000 to make $10,000, for me, that's a no-brainer. Every day of the week, I do it. So, I think it covers everything about the workshops we need to talk about. If you want more information on our workshops and how to hold them, you can always give us a call toll free at 877-297-4608. You can visit the website and look at one of our many fine marketing and sales systems at www.insuranceproshop.com. But always, we're here to answer any questions you have, so feel free to give us a call. And we will have more clips starting every month. We'll be having a new clip come out. So I hope you like this one. Please give us your feedback on it. Send us an email at coach@insuranceproshop.com. Tell us what you thought, what can make it better, and whatnot. And I know this will help you drive up your sales, make your lead marketing machine. Thank you, and make it a great day.